Hello, everybody. So we're having another super great day, and let me just get adjusted here a little bit. Okay, to kick this off, I know it's Tuesday and everybody's scrambling now, getting ready for holiday, and everybody's having all the fun stuff and everything going on. And it is a great time of the year, and I love the holidays. And you know what? They don't have to be stressful. I believe that stress comes from what we create ourselves and what we make. So you don't have to have stress in your life unless you choose to. And that sounds harsh, but it's really true. It is very, very true. So as you can see here today, my header, if you're just starting a home business, if you're just starting out, or maybe you've started, you've been at it a little bit and you're not getting any sales, it's just not coming along for you, and you're not quite sure why you're not getting it. Yesterday we talked about what your upline, downline, or whatever was doing or not doing, and the fact that they just don't know, and that's the truth. I just want to dive a little deeper into that, what we talked about yesterday, because the fact is you're probably, most likely, 9 out of 10 times not getting the sales because, number one, who knows you? How many people that you are trying to sell your product to, that you're trying to promote your system to, or that you want to join your team, how many of them even know who you are? How many of them can see your face and say, oh, that's so-and-so, and he does this, and this is that, and unless people know you and they like you a little bit, at least a little bit, you're not going to go anywhere except spamming groups. And maybe you guys have taken a look at this. Have you been in any groups lately? And what are you seeing when you're in there? Is there just a lot of ads? A lot of people promoting? They're not really giving any value. They're not giving any content. So what you want to look for, and just take a look. This is a training one we're doing right now. This is a training. Go into some groups. You should belong to at least 50 groups, at least, because you need to have a diversity, and also you need to have groups depending upon the niche that you're in. And it doesn't hurt if you're in health and wellness, or maybe you're in travel, or maybe you're in real estate, or maybe you're just in online marketing. Either way, you want to be in groups that you're in there in that niche. And you also want to be in groups for internet marketing, home business, attraction marketing, those type of groups also. And you'll find that once you get into, a lot of these are private groups, they're closed. So you're going to find a lot more content being shared, a lot more knowledge being shared. And in most of these groups like that, you can't drop a link. So you can't spam them. They'll block you. They will kick you out. They don't want you doing that. But what will happen is when you're in those type of groups, what happens for me specifically is I will give some content and I'll give some value. I'll talk about, what I'm doing, or how I'm doing this, or how I'm doing that, and how it's working for me. And I'll also talk about the bad side of whatever I've tried. Talk about what's not working. That is just as important as what is working. And I will get a lot of people PMing me saying, well, how are you doing that? Can you show me how to do that? Can I have a link to what you're doing? Can you have some training I could see? That type of thing. And that's what works if you're going to be in online marketing. You have to be there giving value, giving content, and you have to be giving that away for free. You have to give so much away for free before you'll get people in to buy. I know it seems like, oh my gosh, all I want to do is sell this or sell that. Well, if they don't know the product that you're selling, what about a free sample? Can you do that? What about maybe a coupon? If people do coupons, I don't know. But a gift card or something, oh, well, if you try it, for 30 days, sign up with this, or whatever, whatever works for that. But whatever you're doing in your business, if it's not working, in the event that you're not getting the sales, or you're not getting anyone to join you, you're not getting any recruits, or your team's not building, maybe you're just starting out. Well, this should be Marketing 101, because one thing that people really don't train and teach on is attraction marketing. And once you have this under your belt, and once you know how to use attraction marketing, once you know what you're doing, you will be able to bring people to you easily. And like I said, this is just a little training that I'm going to throw out here this morning. And it's part of attraction marketing, and it's part of making sales. It's part of growing a team. It's part of growing your business. Okay, like I said, join at least 50 groups, and don't join them all at once. Do like maybe 10 a day, and sporadically, not all at once. Do like, 4 here, 4 there, but throughout your day. Facebook will shut you down really fast. They don't like it when the algorithm that they have going right now. And you have to keep track of this, whether it be Twitter or Instagram or Facebook or Pinterest, whomever. You have to keep track of what you're doing and know what the guidelines are for each one of those platforms. Now, each one of those platforms that we just talked about, you can build a following. You can build a clientele with the following if you do it right. Now, Facebook's new algorithm, and you've got to keep up on what their algorithms are doing. Because what happens is they will block you. They will block you for the littlest thing. And they'll shut you off, for 3 or 4 days or a week or whatever, but they will block you. And you can dispute it, of course, but it doesn't always mean 99% of the time, 99.9% of the time, they won't renege. They will just say, nope, you're blocked until this time, this day. So keep that in mind, okay? That is very important information. Keep that in mind. Also, as you are building your business and as you are building you, because like I said, it could be you're not getting the sales, you're not getting the signups, you're not getting people to follow you because they don't know who you are. And if they don't know who you are, why should they buy from you? Why should they buy the product from you that 50 other people are selling on the same group? Think about it. It's crazy. But you'll find if you're selling health and wellness or travel or whatever, you'll find there are so many people out there selling the exact same thing you are. So you have to stand out above and beyond what they're selling and what they're doing and how they're promoting. One thing I could say is don't just go into a group and start dropping your link. That's just going to get people to ignore you. And think about it. When you're in a group, how often do you actually read someone's post? How often do you look at what they're doing? Really, be serious. You see what is an ad, right? Everybody on there has an ad. Well, you have to stand out above that ad. And like I said, I'm going into a little bit more detail today. I'm going to do just a little training here. And this is training that I actually do for my group, for my team. And it's important that people know, and you can pass this on to your team if you are the team leader, or maybe you're just in a team where they don't know this and they're not doing it. Pass it on to people, and it's attraction marketing. It takes time to learn, and it takes time to grow. So you can't expect to grow overnight. You can expect to get people responding more to you when you put out good content. And don't just start slamming your link all over the place. Add some value before you even give the link. Add some value as to what your product is going to solve. What is the problem that this product you have or your team, what product is it going to solve? What product are you solving for the client? And unless you can solve a problem, why should they buy from you? And for you specifically, if you are just starting out and you're just, not getting it, it's not happening, and people don't know who you are, you might want to, this is just a suggestion, get in with a team of people, get in with a group where people know what they're doing. Why not do it right the first time, then have to keep struggling? And like I said, I went through a broadcast yesterday and talked a little bit more about this, and it is struggle. It is a lot of struggle to build a home business, but it's all feasible when you do it right. And the important thing is to have the right people on your team, the right people with you that are going to support you and help you. So like I said, you need to have at least 50 groups under your belt, and post in them, and don't post too much. Facebook will shut you down. Do not post more than 10 times a day. And I would spread it out over a 10-hour period. Post a couple times here, post in this group and that group, one time here, whatever. But I spread it out so that I'm not all at one time, because Facebook's algorithm has a sensor built in where it looks like it's a bot. And if their algorithm thinks you're a bot, it's going to shut you down because they don't want your bot to be in there. The only bot that Facebook will allow in there is the ManyChat and the Messenger bots and the ManyChat. They're in business together, so they will allow that one in there, and I use both of those. So another thing is, people don't know who you are. How are you going to get people to notice you, to look at your profile? That's a whole nother ballpark. Profile is a whole nother training. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. But what I want you to do is, if you're trying to get people to notice you, you don't notice anybody, people don't notice you. You guys, nobody takes the time to look at anybody else. Nobody really takes the time. So you want to what I want you to do, if you're looking to get yourself out there, get yourself noticed, and get people to start following you, one thing I want you to look and see, how many followers do you have? So you could only have 5,000 friends on Facebook. And there was a time here, till about 2 months ago. Till about 2 months ago, you could have as many followers as you wanted, and you could follow as many people as you wanted. But lately, I've noticed their algorithm has changed again, and they won't let you follow more than like 2,000 people. Now, what happened with me was, gotta love Facebook. Twitter's different. I have more followers on my Twitter accounts than I do on my Facebook. But go into groups, go in with people, maybe top end people that are in your niche, people that are maybe in marketing, that are gurus. Follow the people they're following and follow them. And only do 25 people a day. Okay, follow at least 25 people a day. And then Facebook will only let you do so much. It's like 5,000, I think. Maybe it's 2,000 now on the follows. They keep changing their algorithm on me. I keep watching it and I keep studying it, but they keep changing it. So I'm going to tell you it's probably that, and then I'm probably going to go back in there and look, and it's going to be different, which is usually what they're doing here lately. And they are changing it a lot. So keep an eye on that, and keep an eye on how you're posting. One secret that I use is, I don't just put out an ad and tell people, oh, you got to have this, you got to have that, this is going to be great, you got to buy this is what you need, blah, blah, blah. Try a story. Tell a story. Usually, if you're selling something, you have a story behind it. You've tried the product, you've used the product. Tell a story that you have experienced. When you can tell a story from the heart, or maybe it's not just your story, maybe it's a story from someone that you've sold to that has had these awesome results, or they just love your product, they just love it so much. Tell their story. Be sure you ask them, before you use their name, of course, but tell their story and how good it is and what the results were that they have. That is the next best thing. If you don't have a story, if you haven't tried your product, if you haven't used your product, or maybe you're just into internet marketing or online marketing, network marketing, whatever form of marketing you're doing, you have a story. You have a story the first week you start. You have a story about everything you did wrong. That is a story. You could say, well, I did this wrong and I fixed it. This is what I did to fix that. This is what I did. This is what I did to fix it. This is how I got help to do that. You have a story the first week. I mean, you got several stories the first week if you're working your business. If you're doing what you need to do, you have a story. So don't think you don't have a story, and don't think you don't know something, because the first week when you're getting started and you're getting your hands wet, you have a story. And you have a story because as soon as you logged into that place and you started going through the training, you're learning and you are getting smarter and smarter by the minute. So don't think you don't have a story. So get your story out there. The more you go into groups and talk about these things, people are more likely to read your posts, to watch your videos. Videos is another one. Do videos, guys. You can't go wrong doing a video. Whether it be a live, or maybe it's just a video you want to do, and then do it on your phone, and then just load it onto Facebook, put it in on your page or in your fan page. It doesn't matter. But the more you get your face out there, the more people will see you, and they'll get to know, like, and trust you. Because that's what it's all about. It's not about plugging your link all over and spamming every group. There are some spam groups out there, and that's exactly what they are, is spam groups. And here's a secret. I don't usually tell this secret. I'm going to give it to you guys today because it's the holidays and I'm feeling generous, and yeah. Okay, spam groups. Now, I don't know if any of you guys are the admins of any of the spam groups or anything out there. If you are, kudos to you guys. You guys have a lot of people on there. So what I found out, and this is a secret, you can pass it to your friends if you want to, or you can keep it for yourself for a little bit. It's up to you. What I found in the spam groups is I don't post a link. What I post is an opportunity. I post a, look what I'm doing. This is what I'm working on. I am holding a training on this week from this time for this many days. If you would like to get in, then sign up here. And all I do, and I guess it's called a link, but it's just a sign up form where people can sign in to join my webinar or to join the group to, get the training that I'm offering. So it's different than if you're just dropping a link to sell something. When you can go in and drop a link, or what I do is I just have a calendar up, and this is the day I'm doing it, or it's going to be for 4 days, it's going to be for 5 days, or however long I'm going to run this boot camp. And I get more response in the spam groups when I put out I put it an ad, a FYI, if you're interested, if you're struggling, if you're having a hard time, if you're not making the sales, if you're not getting it, if people aren't attracted to you, if they don't know who you are, then this is a way, come to my group, come to this free training that I'm offering. And then, you'll get value, you'll get benefit. This is what I'm teaching. And tell them what you're going to be teaching. And you'll be surprised how many people will join you, because first of all, it's free. I always do a free one first. And then there's an upsell on the back end. So like halfway through, like on Wednesday, I'll tell them, okay, well, I'm going to go on and we're going to do another 5 days, another 10 days or 30 days, whatever I decide that I have on my schedule to do. And we're going to do that. So if you want more training for this, then you can sign up and join and be in the team. So it's an upsell to that to get them to join the team, but it's also going to give them more value. There's more training, and the training goes on every single day. It's a constant rotation of training. It doesn't stop. So if you want to get out there and you want to be successful, The best way you can do it is to give value. Get your name out there, get your face out there, get your voice out there. And if you just started your business, then you're in the right place at the right time, because this is gold. This is what people need to be learning from the get-go that aren't being taught this. And if you're just starting out and maybe you haven't, your upline's not even teaching you this, maybe they just set you loose and said, here you go. And that's possible. But if you are looking for more, you can even come to my blog and check it out. I mean, I've got more stuff on my blog, and I've got some free stuff on my blog if you guys want to come over and look at that. And it's gold when you can get free training, and when you can offer free training and give free training, and then you can have upsell on the back end. The thing is, you know how many people you're building and growing? You're building a team, you're building a tribe, you're building a legacy. And the more of a legacy you can build for you now, what's that legacy going to say when you're gone? That is a legacy you'll pass down to your family. They'll be saying, oh, mom or dad, you know, look what they did. They did this awesome thing, and they spent time with me, and they didn't work all the time. Maybe you spent your whole life working, and now you're retired, and it's time, you know, for another phase 2 in life. That's okay. That is fine. You still have time to make a legacy. There's always time. As long as you're breathing and walking and talking, even if you're not walking, as long as you're breathing and talking. We like to talk. I can talk so much I get a sore throat. So, again, 10 groups a day. Don't overdo it. Facebook will shut you down. And 25 people following a day. And just go follow. Follow. You don't want to be, don't friend them. Don't friend request. You will get friend requests to you, and weed them out. Do not accept every friend request you get. Now, you can only have 5,000 friends on Facebook. Now, mine always goes up to 5,000, and I always delete the ones that I accidentally put in or whatever. I try to keep it around 48, 49, or, you know, even 4,950. Just depends. I just recently went in and cleared off a bunch, so I'm down to 48 something now. But it goes up really, really fast. So keep in mind, don't overdo it. Facebook will shut you down. So be gentle and let Facebook learn your system. They will learn what you're doing, and they will learn how you're doing it. And then they will be more in tune to not shutting you down. And they'll learn how you're broadcasting, and you'll find that groups won't shut you down so much with spam if you do it right. Okay? And that's all the training I'm going to be able to do today. I've got a full plate. But again, guys, this is serious. This is solid gold. And use these tips, use these tricks, and make them work, because they will work for you. I use them every day, and I teach my team to use these too. Okay, guys, I will chat with you later. And everybody have a super great day, okay? And have fun.